definitely need a hat.
I mean,
she was sitting here. She was like, I don't have my hat. I don't have my hat.
I don't have my glasses either.
I told her to grab show him my hat.
No, it's dirty. I don't want to touch it.
I told her to grab my hat, and she refuses to do it. Hey, how's everybody doing? It's Tuesday night. Once again, it's time for our little chat. We're going to do a little updating, I don't know what we're going to do in the second half because I was so busy today. I did not get a chance to do any prep. So we're just going to freeform it and see how it goes. Oh, boy. We'll see how that goes.
All right.
Say hi to everybody in the chat before we say hey to everybody in the chat. Look, if you're new here, go get your favorite adult beverage, whatever that is. Mine tonight is filtered water.
Is that from the reverse osmosis system?
Yep.
I think it's awesome.
And just sit down and enjoy us. Relax. Take a load off your feet and have fun for about an hour and a half. Okay.
Bobby Spags is in the house.
So Bobby's in the house. Rose is in the house too. How you doing, Rose?
Don't say anything about what I told you about that email. It's going to be a surprise.
Oh, okay. Jane Marie.
But you could tell him if you're going to do it.
My crooked little homestead. Yeah, Spags, I'll do it. You'll have to remind me though. That's a long ways down. I'm going to sleep between now and then. HG's in the house. Is that Paul Robinson? It's Paul Robinson. I don't have my glasses on. She doesn't have her glasses on either.
I don't.
Hey, Lan, what's up? And that's HG again. So what kind of shoes do your chickens wear? Reeboks. HG's in dad joke mode again.
I'm telling that one at work tomorrow.
So I hope everybody had a good week. It's been a different week. I'm not gonna say it's been okay. Hey, local prepper, what's up? It's a meeting of the minds. You come here and we're gonna solve all the world's problems tonight. That's what's going on here, local prepper. First off, I gotta say, Tuesday night after we got off the live, I got the shivers and I got a low-grade fever.
Ronnie looked at me. He goes, touch my forehead. I'm like, I don't want to. Do you feel sick? Yeah, I don't feel. I got the chills. Please don't make me touch your head. Touch my head. So he touched his head and he goes, no, go wash your hands. And I'm like, good, because you're sick. But
I took ivermectin. Yes, ivermectin. Yeah, you know what? If it was COVID's, I killed it overnight because I took ivermectin
for 2 days, right? 2 or 3.
I took it 3 days.
Yeah,
which like you're supposed to.
Yeah,
but vitamin C, B, NAC, selenium. What else did I take? Anyway, I just took a bunch of minerals and the ivermectin, and then I sweated it out overnight, and I was so worn out Wednesday that I didn't go to work, and didn't start feeling better until about 3. But yeah, it was pretty bad. I thought at one point in the middle of the night I was going to end up going to the
thought he was having a heart attack, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, because my blood pressure.
Maybe you should just go to the doctor.
I wrapped up in sweats, and I got underneath the covers. I turned the heater on in the room, and I sweated completely through the sweats, and got the pillow and the blankets and stuff all wet. But I was right as rain as soon as I got some rest on Wednesday. So there you go.
So my week was not weird.
Your week wasn't weird?
Mm-mm.
You sure it wasn't weird? Okay. What's your week? How was your week?
My week was very successful in my mind. Progress. Moving forward.
How?
So I went in. I've been putting off my closet. Finally, I went in and I'm like, okay, screw it. I'm taking care of the closet. So I went through, got clothes that didn't fit out, got clothes hung up. I still need to get rid of more clothes. I need to really go through and see what I'm going to wear to work and what I'm not going to wear, and stop holding on to things just because.
Bobby says you had a good week because you came over to his house and got eggs.
Yeah, I did. That's actually on the list. So then I went in the incubator. I have duck eggs, I have quail eggs, and I have geese eggs. And everybody's doing fine. And it all looks really good.
And you got some post-egg chickens.
And I got post-egg chickens. My Jersey Giants are here. G went down and picked them up for me. Golden Comets are here. I'm like super excited. Like the weird thing is that the Jersey Giants are going to be like 3 times the size of the Golden Comets. And they're all smaller than the Golden Comets right now. So we're going to kind of see how that works and what the growth chart is on that.
So the whole idea behind the Jersey Giants is they're bigger chickens. And so they're going to be,
and they're egg layers.
So they're going to be a good dual purpose birds. And we got the 12 comets because I like the comets. Personally,
they're hardy.
Golden comets are very cold hardy and
heat
they're
resistant,
prolific egg layers. They will lay over 330 eggs a year. If assuming they go throughout the winter time. And so, I told everybody last fall that we weren't going to buy any more chickens from a hatchery. We ended up buying the chickens from the Kansas hatchery. Anyway,
Heartland
Hatchery, and they're local here in Kansas. And I've been really pleased with him. He gave us 2 extra comets just in case something happened.
He didn't give us any extra jerseys.
And knock on wood, we haven't had any losses so far.
Their instructions were really thorough too.
Yes,
and I love that. So I actually kept a copy of it so that when we start doing eggs and hatching out and selling, we've got that. I think we're just going to follow their lead on that because it's working excellent.
Well, and here's something that I did different this time than I've done in several years. I was cleaning out the outbuilding and I found our old heat lamps. So we had really good quality heat lamps, like pre-COVID. They've lasted forever. And after we had the coop fire, those were all brand new, cheap Chinese ones because you couldn't find good quality heat lamps in the stores anymore. I still don't know if you can because I haven't been looking.
I don't know. I haven't been looking because we weren't buying them anymore.
Right. So we moved over to the heat plates, but the instructions said, use a heat lamp for the first 3 to 5 days.
First week.
Was it the first week?
First week.
But so we're using
not to use mats or the what we do.
Yeah, the plate.
I said don't use them.
Well, no. Once they're older, we can use them.
Yeah, no, but for the first week, don't use them. Which explains why we were having so many losses when we were using them. So I could not figure out. I couldn't problem solve that and figure out why when something was approved. And so now I know why.
Oh, somebody's got a wedding anniversary.
And then
getting ready to put turkey eggs and chicken eggs in the incubator tomorrow on her 48th wedding anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary. And so then Jenny will get pictures, so I'd even do better than that. So with the ducks, we do swim time. And so I play rubber ducky, you're the one, and I put them all in the bathtub and I let them do laps. So I'll send Jenny videos of them. We figure out what they are. I'm so super excited.
And the poor duck, the poor duck we got left over, he's
lonely.
He had one foot that got frostbit. So he's having problems with it. And then he did something to his other foot. So he gets around it.
He's gimpy.
He's extremely gimpy.
Gimpy and lonely.
And he's the only one left out of the 10 that were hatched.
And I was telling Spags about the weirdness on our farm. And he goes, you have driveway asparagus. He goes, this does not surprise me that weird things happen.
The driveway asparagus is gone.
Was it gone?
It's gone.
You got rid of it. He kept mowing it over. I'm like, stop.
Because it's right in the middle of the driveway.
Well,
and I'm not going to dig through 3 feet of rock.
All right, then you're planting me an asparagus bed.
Well, you can plant asparagus too. You're quite capable. Well, I have faith in you.
Dig the bed.
I have faith in you.
Build the bed, and I will
put a 1 in chat if you have faith in Angela's ability to plant asparagus.
If you put any machinery in my hand and put me on the ground to make an asparagus bed, and then you make me get in there and plant everything, there's no promises that I'm getting back off the ground.
All the moving parts on a shovel confuse her at times.
That's a lot of digging. That's got to be deep. You went 2 feet deep, didn't you?
You go 12 inches.
I don't know. I shouldn't say can't.
See, Leonard
I can try.
Faith. Leonard has faith in you.
Jenny says, "Yay!" And so
he's got 73 ones.
That looks like a maybe to me. But anyway.
No, we do need to get asparagus in.
Yeah, we do.
You don't plant that until later in the year.
Yeah, well, now I'm bummed. No asparagus. Remember that when Callie first came, I went and cut all that asparagus. I took her an asparagus bouquet to welcome her.
Yeah. Callie's the one from Britain, the expat in the community from Britain.
So, yeah, I was just laughing. Planting is easy. Yeah, that's what Joe Biden said. Just dig a hole, put a seed in it, let it go. Yeah, right. So he just starts from seed. So he's got the old Joe Biden program down. So much for scoring, so much for soaking.
And I'm not gonna lie,
none of that's needed.
I wish I could have saved that asparagus, because it was good. It was good asparagus, and it was huge. I mean, it would get as big as my thumb, and it was tender.
But yeah. You got to get my snow peas in. They're over there.
Over where?
Over by my quail whistle.
Oh, okay. I need lettuce too.
I got lettuce. I got lettuce. I can get you lettuce. I'll put those out.
Yeah, it's getting to the point now where I think the ground's going to warm up enough that we can get stuff in.
Yeah. Yep.
I've been eating asparagus from our garden for a week now. Asparagus bed is about 15 years old now. Nice. And that's the best, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is the best.
We had this asparagus was so strong. We don't know how long it's been there. Maybe 25 years,
probably longer.
And so, but it was so strong. We had 3 inches of rock on the ground, and it had settled and compacted. And then we put more settled, compacted, etc. And the asparagus was breaking through the gravel. Yep. It was huge, just huge. And delicious, very tender. That's why I'm sad to lose it, but we can start over.
Yep.
And then let's see, progress. So I put in for another management position at work. I had my first interview today. I've got my second interview tomorrow.
You told me this already. Talk to them.
And I have my second interview tomorrow, and I'm feeling really good about this. So, I knew if I didn't get the last one, it wasn't meant to be. There was something better. And sure enough, as soon as that decision was made, this position popped up.
Right before the stream started, she said, it felt really good. You know what I mean? Like you did really good. And I said, no, I have no idea what you mean, because every single interview I've ever been on in my life for a job, I felt like I tanked it. And I've had jobs. I've had 10 jobs that I've spent 2 or more years in. So it wasn't like I was a flop business wise.
Right.
So
no, and maybe it's different because I know everybody. So possibly that could be the difference. But yeah, it feels good. I'm excited.
Lynn planted his sugar peas and radishes yesterday.
Yeah. That's why it said that's I have everything right there. It's ready to go.
Well, and I spent the weekend. Saturday actually, getting more stuff done in the garden. I got trellises in for tomatoes, and we actually got some grapes that we planted 4 years ago that have quote unquote died off multiple times that are actually doing well. We've got elderberry that's coming up over there. We got horseradish, comfrey. What else is over there right now? Anyway, there's a lot of stuff going in over there.
I'm not gonna bring in my own stapler, and so, but weird question, but no, the bank provides all of that for us, so I won't need that. But
she wants the red stapler. She wants.
So I see people bring in their special keyboards and their special mouses and that kind of thing, and I'm like, huh. And then I'm like, why?
They told her there was going to be cake, and she didn't get any cake.
But anyway, yeah, no. So
red swing. See, at least one person in chat knows what I'm talking about.
Oh my God!
At least she doesn't have to wear flare, right? You've never seen Office Space, have you?
No.
Oh, you have to watch it. Well.
Will
yeah, now that you work in an office, yeah, you need to watch.
You think I'd like Space. It?
Oh, you probably not, but you're gonna watch it and go, my God, this is so true.
Be all my coworkers.
That's just look, hey guys, look. In all seriousness, if I'm an IT guy, Lynn's an IT guy. There's some other IT guys in here. If you want to see what it's like being an IT tech, there's a British show that's on Amazon right now. And you can find it on YouTube too, some of the episodes. It's called The IT Crowd. As God is my witness, it is the light. encapsulates the IT world perfectly.
Oh my gosh. So we may have to watch that. I might get a tickle out of that. So I will be in this new position. I will be working very closely with IT.
Oh, will you? Okay.
So, yeah, so that'll be interesting. But luckily, I've been married to IT for well over 30 years. I have been, well, of course, most of his friends are all IT, so it's fine. I survived with Lynn and Farmer Matt and G, so I can survive.
Howdy from the Squirrel's Nest Inferno. I do not even want to know about that.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound good, Inferno. When did you get that text from me, Skeins? You just answered me today. I swear I sent that yesterday. So I'm just
Flaming
checking
Squirrels.
to see.
Flaming Squirrels does sound like a great punk rock band. Flaming Squirrels.
It's fire.
Huh?
That's fire.
Well, I know, but so's Inferno.
Fireballing.
Squirrel fireballs.
Squirrel fireballing.
Oh. Anyway, sorry for the time.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, the gardening I got a lot cleaned up. Damn animals.
Mowed for the first time.
Yeah, mowed for the first time
this year.
Let's keep talking about animals.
Animals.
Goats. So we got a new milker.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Hacks turned us on to this milker. She says it's great, and I have no reason to doubt it.
It's great when you can catch.
Yeah, when you can get we've got one goat that needs to be milked. She had twins, and they're eating grass now, and she prolific milker. She produces a lot of milk a day. She won't come within 20 feet of me. And all the other ones that don't need milking are right there on top of me when I try to get her, entice her with food.
Please milk me. Please feed me. So, yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. And then the other ones, they're when they're on the other side of the fence, they're like, yeah, you can entice me with food, but I put the lead around them and I try to take them out of the fence, and all four of their legs lock up, and it's like dragging them. You like literally got to drag them up there. I can't get them up on the milking stand because they won't cooperate, and then they flop around. And I finally, after trying to do two of them this evening, just to get them used to it, I'm just trying to get them used to the milker and everything. I was like, screw it, it's not worth it right now. It's stressing me out. And
I wonder if we at one point when we get the guy to come over and trim and shear, I wonder if possibly he could help and we could get her, throw a harness on her, if that would make it easier when we start harness training her. I wonder if that would work. Just so that she sees,
Carver Adventures.
We're not in danger. We just want your milk.
That's a new name. How you doing? Welcome aboard.
Hey.
We're having a great night. Hope you're having a good night. You're having a great night because you're here.
Yeah.
That's what you're not allowed to come in here on Tuesday. I'm the only person allowed to be here on Tuesday with a bad attitude. Period. Just that's the standing rule now.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the standing rule.
All right. So then, man, there was something else. There was other things that we did too that I would call wins and progress. So, but yeah, I mean, small things, but they're adding up and they're feeling good.
Yeah. Oh, Mrs. Hack, we said Mrs. Hack's name 3 times and she showed up.
Yeah, happens like Beetlejuice.
Careful what you say. Might bring Mr. Hacks in too.
Mrs. Hacks is staying the night tomorrow night. FYI.
We're gonna have a sleepover, girls' night.
We got to leave early in the morning if we can keep Squirrel Inferno in line. She's got to get up on time, 4:00 in the morning, and she's got to get her stuff done so she can be here at 6. So, and then we are off heading to Cali, the 3 of us.
And tell them why you're going to Cali.
Well, I got to pick up my grandma's stuff, my inheritance stuff. And so the girls are going to help me, which I'm grateful for. They're going to keep me company on the trip. And then we're going to just do an appreciation on G and I Saturday night. We're going to stop at a casino and with a swimming pool and that kind of thing. And just have a nice, it's a 4-star hotel too, even. So I'm like, okay. And it wasn't too bad at Monarch Casino in Colorado. I think we can hit it by
You're
Saturday
not going to
night.
make it to Colorado by Saturday.
It's a 21-hour drive. It's only 2 hours to Las Vegas, and it looked like Monarch was another 8.
You're going up to Colorado. You're going way out of the way.
No, it was the fastest route.
Huh. We're going to have to look at that.
It's 70 to 15. If you go 70 and then 15 south to Joshua Tree. And then just take the same route back.
All right. Never gone that way.
Dad found me a shorter route, and it would save us another hour. But now the stupid GPS won't pick it up.
That's the one that goes down through the southern part, down through.
No,
Great Bend.
44 is if the one you take the one through Great Bend, that's 24 hours, 24 to 26 hours. So this route that I found is you go through the Rockies, and that's the shorter. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, and we're flexible, so it doesn't matter. But I just don't want to stop in Las Vegas, and then Laughlin's really not worth it. And then there's some casinos in Utah, so if we can get through Utah right to Colorado, we can find something there. I haven't made reservations or anything.
Is it Las Vegas, New Mexico?
No, Las Vegas, Nevada. We will be heading 70 to 15. So we are going to go all the way 70, all the way to Nevada. And then once we hit Nevada, we're going to drop, I think it's Nevada. We drop down 15, hit a corner of Arizona and California.
You keep talking. I got to look this up, guys. I'm sorry. You keep talking.
So,
that does not sound, I've traveled all over the West, and that does not sound right.
They build highways. I don't know why this is a shocker to you. So anyway, so that's what we're going to do. But I've got it. So yeah, Google Maps, I think, is where I found it. It's the other one that Dad used that got that shorter route, I think. But he couldn't figure out how to send the pen to me. So he was like, Dad, just forward it to me. Do you see the little arrow that you're going to share? And then he's like, yeah, I see it. And then I said, now send it to me. And he couldn't get his phone to send it for some reason. So yeah, anyway, he's looking it up, but this distracted me. You can't look that up later.
Well, because you got me thinking. I
mean, is this the only time you think?
Yes. Well, you're thinking about this, yeah.
So I just put in from here. So, it does the pin pointer. I just put in from here. Yeah, look, see right there. You go down 70.
Through Denver?
Uh-huh. And then
you're not even
70
touching,
and then drop 15.
You're not even touching. Well, you're going through.
You went through Nevada. See, there's Las Vegas.
Oh my gosh, you're in Nevada for like an hour.
So I was thinking, because we're going to be in Utah, and I was like, maybe I'll call my daughter, but then we don't have time for that.
No, you're not even close to your daughter.
I know. But I was like, if she could drive and we could.
So that's 25 hours.
No.
It says right there.
The one is only 21 hours. So you don't have the right route.
No, that one right
there.
there.
No, that is not the right route. It's only 21 hours.
That's 70.
I don't care.
Okay.
It's wrong. Is that 15? Is that 15?
Yeah, that's 15.
So then, okay, because that's taking you north. That's why.
No.
We're not going north. We're going all the way 70 to 15.
That's 70 right there.
So we don't go that far. What does that look like? It's dropping you down from the north. We're not going up to Nebraska.
No, you're up
in
that's
Nebraska.
A 25 hour. That's a 24 hour. That's a 21 hour. Hey, everybody pull Google Maps up on your computer and do from
all right, that's it. I'm getting my phone.
From Kansas to Joshua Tree. Actually, if you take 70 across, you're going to end up in Salt Lake City.
No,
that's 80. I'm sorry.
That's 80. Here, my turn. All right, start talking. I'm going to look this
Okay,
up.
she's gonna look it up. We have to have these. We have to have these before she goes places, because we need to make sure that she's not hurting herself and getting.
Apparently, I set my goals too high. 21 hours and 33 minutes.
That's to
Joshua Tree.
That is not taking.
Look.
That is not taking into account any delays. And that's not.
What do you mean? Why do I need to do delays?
Because they're doing road construction.
Where?
There.
No, we'll fly through that.
Oh.
I'm not going to North Platte either. I'm not going to be up in Nebraska. So that doesn't even matter. No, it'll be fine.
Okay. You know what? I'm not going on the trip, so it doesn't matter to
Right.
me. I'll let you and Mrs. Hacks and Skane's girl
It's my car.
Figure that one out.
So I just think this is it's not the most efficient. The most efficient is the route that my dad found, but he can't send it to me. And my phone's not picking it up.
Like I said, she's a big girl. She's quite capable of doing everything herself. What? I'm serious. I think it's the wrong way, but you're driving, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, guys. One can wear a Texas rig. Oh.
What?
Somebody made a comment about wearing diapers. Mrs. Hacks was talking about wearing diapers. HGU asked about taking pee breaks.
Skanes is not allowed to talk to strangers.
Well, isn't that what they invented Gatorade bottles for?
Oh no, that's so disgusting. I didn't realize that the truckers, like not all of them, just we won't even go there because we don't want to get canceled. But there are certain truckers.
You can say something negative about illegal immigrant truckers and Indian truckers.
So yeah, that they pee in bottles, and I didn't know that all the soda bottles that were on the side of the highway that were yellow, that's what that was. That's not just.
Is
it all truckers?
All truckers do that.
Ugh.
What's the
so nasty?
What do they say? Is that Gatorade?
Who picks that stuff up?
It used to be in Utah. It's criminals. In Utah, it's criminals.
Who picks it up?
No, that's what you're talking about. Trucker bombs.
But like, who picks those up? How do those get cleaned up? Do they?
Out in the middle of the nowhere? Yeah, nobody.
No, literally on 70 highway.
Well, I would hope that the county or the state does.
Oh, that's terrible. No wonder they get paid what they get paid. That's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep rolling. It's money. It's all money.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, honestly, guys, one of the jobs I had was working for a business to business solution for the trucking industry. So I got to learn a lot about it. And it was right about the time they were making all the changes in the regulations, making it so truckers couldn't be on the road as long. They had to have more rest and all that stuff. And I honestly don't know why they would need a trucker bomb anymore. Seriously, because they can't spend that much time on the road.
It would seem to me you'd have to stop and get diesel before you had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know, whatever. So.
Oh no, HG says
I saw it.
They get shredded.
I saw it.
So at that point, it becomes fertilizer.
Plastic cannot be fertilizer.
The stuff inside it can be.
Plastic is damaging.
So Carver's Adventure. Aren't you glad you showed up on our live tonight? You would not have one iota of the knowledge about truckers
and what you're viewing on the side of the highway.
I must say, guys, this live has taken a very weird turn. I had not planned on talking about this subject tonight.
Oh,
but hey, this is what you get. It's we're like a box of chocolates here.
Yeah, sweet potatoes are starting to go out on another note. So they're still growing like crazy. And so sweet potatoes are starting to go out.
Keep talking about your sweet potatoes. I gotta put chickens away.
And then so Spags got his first batch. It took them enough for 120 pounds of sweet potatoes.
I got
and you got what? Oh, we're getting a book update as well. So good, because we've been waiting on that. I told him, you need to call them because we need to make sure we have books for Midwest Preparedness Festival. And so then I've got sweet potatoes going to someone else. I took sweet potatoes out to the community party, got all of that done. And then it looks like we're going to have quite a bit of sweet potatoes to share and spread around. So I'm excited about that. And then, so it's just right now it's gardening, it's planning, it's trying to get all of that stuff done, figuring out what we want, what we're going to do. We pick up our hog. Garen's going to pick up our hog from butcher tomorrow. So we'll get that. We've already started working on the lard as all the lard got put together. So another person got all of it and she was nice enough. She was like, hey, I think they put all of it in one bag. I'm going to bring your half. So she brought my half to me. We've got that rendered down. It's ready. It's good. So all that lard is rendered. Garen worked on it for me. He's like, are you going to be able to do this? And I'm like, probably not. And so he got it done. I got it in the roaster and then he processed everything and got it put up. So we had that. That was good. Let's see. Hardening. Let's see. Paul is hardening off 550 tomato plants this week. Then pot up and then pay me. Nice. And so, yeah, that's what we got to get our tomatoes done and get those ready. I'm going to do the sweet 100s again. Those always grow taller than the house. We've always had success with them. And then Romas, of course, because I got to get more sauce made. I'm out of sauce and I hate buying sauce because it doesn't taste like mine. So I usually just buy a can of tomato paste and then make my own from there. And so, but I would really like it better if I grew the tomatoes. So I don't like all the sugar they put in the tomato sauce. It's just not healthy. And so, yeah, so we got that going. So I'm excited this time of year just to be talking about what you're planting, what you're getting ready to do, what your plans are for that. It's always super exciting. I love spring. And so then, Blink and I will be talking about harvesting and getting all that done. That'll start probably late June, July. So Garen and I are definitely going to be doing the watermelons and pumpkins. And so now I'm getting images of maps on my phone. You guys crack me up. That's okay. Find me a shorter route. Somebody find me that 20-hour route. And because that ideally would be the one, because it does take us by the casino that I know. And that would be that's perfect because it's right in the middle of the trip. And then, so anyway, so that's kind of where we're at now. Looks like Garen's trying to get the girls in so that we can do that. Egg production has been good. We got broody chickens now. So everybody's like, stay away from my box. I'm going to eat you. And the one time a year that I like when the sweet little pretty chickens turn into pterodactyls that want to tear your head off. All right.
That was worth going outside for.
What happened?
Apparently the turkeys upset the guineas today.
Uh-huh.
And so all the guinea hens are lined up on the roof of the coop, not letting the turkeys jump up there. And house turkey jumped up there and was trying to get up there. And they chased her off. She literally fell off the roof.
Oh, no. Is she okay?
Yeah, they're okay.
So where are they going to sleep?
All the guineas went up in the tree while I was out there. So
they're gonna let them up on the roof.
Although we had a rooster disappear today.
Oh. And
I don't think he was eaten. I think he ran away because he's been picked on the last week.
He probably went next door to the hens.
He's been extremely traumatized.
Poor thing.
And I've been trying to work with him, get his confidence back, and
How do you work with the rooster to get their confidence?
Hey, look, I'd pick him up and he would snuggle in and he would just relax.
Okay.
And he would open his eyes and he would be like, okay, I'm good.
So he was a pet.
Well, he was one of Milo's kids.
Okay. So then if he goes next door, we'll be able to wave at him as we drive by. So I would imagine that's the closest flock and they're like really close. So I would imagine that that's probably where he went. No, they don't have roosters, so
or he's just hiding
sure.
Someplace.
Possibly he could be hiding. Oh, I wonder because he's friends with one of the turkeys, and the turkey went broody, and I think she's over in the wood pile.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. I think that's where she went because I saw guineas being nosy over there yesterday. Was it yesterday? Maybe it was Sunday.
This is what it's like at our house.
Yeah, everybody.
So, I was bringing those chickens home, and I was thinking to myself, these poor chickens, they have no idea what they're in store for.
Well, so the chickens. So here's what I'm hoping: the Comets and the Jerseys are growing up together. Jerseys are going to be 3 feet tall. Ain't nobody gonna messing with those jerseys.
Oh, somebody will.
You think so?
This Kansas sucks the life out of you. This place, I don't know if all places in Kansas, but this place, and I'm not talking just our property, I'm talking just the general area, sucks the life out of you.
That's so sad.
It really is. It really is. And I understand why Kansas fans are the way they are.
How are they?
They're terrible people.
I mean,
Kansas and K-State fans are terrible people.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, they are.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they are.
I think it's just people that you're around.
And they're almost as bad as Texas fans. Texas.
You just got to be like a Missouri fan and then know how to let things roll off your back.
That's because Missouri sucks at a lot of sports.
I mean,
wrestling and softball. That's about it.
No, that's not true either. Missouri is like known for their baseball, so
Their baseball team's pretty good.
So anyway, and Mizzou has a great sports team, and they do fantastic.
In what?
Their football team is good. The Border War, we always enjoy the Border War.
That's because Kansas sucks in football.
You're so positive. Keep up the positivity.
What? It's just the truth.
It's
being the best team out of two bad teams isn't really a high bar to get over, right?
Oh goodness.
Okay, book update, guys. This book update. So we are on track. They are going to finalize the editing by the end of the week. So all the final editing will be done, and they will have a pre-publishing copy for me to go over. We can do pre-orders. In fact, I'm supposed to talk to them tomorrow, and I think that's one of the things we're going to cover, because I told them they wanted to set everything up, and I was like, okay, I need to learn the process. So I told them they need to guide me through the process.
Okay. So you're doing that tomorrow? Well,
I'm having a conversation with them. I'm not really quite sure. They sent me the social media calendar and all the stuff to release with it. So I'm going to talk to them about, actually, hey,
here's the important
hold on, stick around till the end of the video, because part of that social release calendar, one of the things in it is going to be the closing thing tonight.
Okay. So here's the bigger question. Are we going to have books in our possession?
Yes.
For Midwest?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
That's what they said.
All right. And I will be able to order books, so we have a box to sell books out there.
Well, and I will ask them that question.
Okay.
Let's see.
Was the chapter I sent you helpful? Lynn asked.
I have not had a chance to read completely through it, Lynn. You sent it last week, and
is that for full spectrum?
No, it's for marketing the book and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
And with being sick and everything,
yeah, you weren't really doing much.
I mean, I was 3 days behind. Up until yesterday, I was 3 days behind on everything I had to do for getting the book published. So it's still sitting there. I glanced over it, and it looks like it will be helpful. And so I will let you know. I will email you back as soon as I finish reading it. Speaking of reading,
so if you get a link for the pre-orders, are you going to put it on the community page so that everybody can go? Or are you going to add it under our description? How are you going to
figure that out.
Well, I mean,
one thing at a time. I don't know how to
just say something. And
I don't know how to do it yet. I don't know how to do it yet.
So they'll have to wait till Tuesday.
No, they won't. Okay, guys, you do not have to wait till Tuesday to find something out. If you go to our channel on a daily basis and check it out, if something pops up there, you'll see it before next Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
You have such high opinion of all our viewers. These are dedicated people. They're very. Oh, look at that! Look at it! Look at
I was thinking like there's shame in my face right now. I don't look at our site daily. Karen will be like, "Did you see my video?" And I'm like, "No."
This is why I'm the only one that posts content on there. Hey, Gregory's in the house.
I'll get better, because if I get that job, it's 8 to 5.
They're out doing a sick calf. That's always taking care of sick babies is always fun.
Next thing you know, they're in the bathtub, and then you gotta do that.
So, reading, I did. Mrs. Hacks and I went up there Saturday because we installed a tow package on the car that they're taking to California. And we were talking, and Mrs. Hacks was talking about how she reads, what books she's reading and all this other stuff. And I started thinking about it, and I have not sat down. I used to read prolifically.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would read at least a book a week for years. I did this. In the last 3 or 4 years, I've gotten more into audiobooks. It actually started when I was going down to Arkansas when you were doing all the work down there. So I really, the last couple of years, I haven't read a lot of books, and I sat down and
shoot, that was more than 4 years ago. That all started in
but I was
2012.
reading books here, but I just wasn't doing it as prolifically. Anyway, long story short, I picked up a book and I was like, I'm going to read a book. And so I'm reading a book every night before I go to bed. And I forgot how out of practice I was of reading a book, because I literally get 10 pages in and my mind starts wandering. And I know at that point, when my mind starts wandering, I can put the book down and
go to sleep.
I'll be asleep in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So the last 3 nights, I'm sorry, this will be the third night. The last 2 nights have been great. I've gone to sleep very easily.
Nice leverage. Use the live to promote the channel.
Well, Lynn, that's one thing I am learning.
Are you on the channel?
that is one thing I am learning about marketing. Is you have to use it where you can. I was on somebody else's. I wish Rabbit was here tonight, because he was there when I did it and he called me out on it.
What'd you do?
I was on Vision Preparedness. I think it was Vision Preparedness, and he said something, and I said, if only somebody had, maybe it was Rescue. I said, if only somebody had an urban survival book coming out that would help people survive anything that's coming if they live in the city, that would be awesome.
Oh my gosh. And the comment back was,
he just made a comment about what I just did.
Oh my. Yeah, I have no doubts that we have a lot of friends in the YouTube community that'll be
that's a little too advanced for me there, Actually, the book I'm reading is a late 70s, early 80s book about small pig raising, like raising 2 or 3 pigs. And I figured, since we're thinking about putting pigs out, we bought this pig, and the people that sold it to us were like, yeah, we got feeder pigs. So I'm like, we want to bring them in,
but we want to taste what we're getting, and we get that tomorrow. So I'll know next week what I want to do. And then I'll make my suggestion, and we'll decide together what we want to do.
Actually, HG, I will never go full Hannity or Bill O'Reilly. If
it just those two? I think it's like,
if it ever comes to the time whenever you guys are joking, hey, do you know that G's got another book coming out? Then I will have gone too far.
Or they're calling in and going, I read your book. It's amazing. I bought 25 more Hannity, for my friends.
Hannity and O'Reilly, they've always got a book, and good for them.
Yeah.
It's part of their marketing.
They're not terrible books.
It's part of their identity.
Yeah.
But they're always promoting a book.
Yeah. I think there's another comment there.
All of them have a book. Hey. Yeah.
I don't know. Spring.
Fred is being obnoxious and so fancy, and Dolly are growling at her right now.
Telling her, knock it off. So anyway, so that's kind of where we're at. Well, we're 45 minutes in. Do you want to go into your other half? Have we done everything with update? We talked about the hog. You're getting that tomorrow. You're getting the U-Haul tomorrow. Mm-hmm. You're getting, and I sent you everything for where the hog is, right?
No.
I will do that. I'll work on that while you're doing this. And then what else do you need before I go? Because literally tomorrow,
Seeds.
I will be home late because I've got to try to clean the car, wash it, because I don't want to show up in California looking like that. And then so clean the car, wash it, get all that done. I got to wipe down the inside because Mrs. Hacks, no dust. It's got to be clean. Don't you ever clean your windshield? Don't you ever clean your car? No, I don't.
Angela has the messiest cars. Don't.
I live on a dirt road.
No, the dirt road causes the empty.
Well, you don't
cups.
help me. No, the empty cups come out. Don't do that now. So it's your Twinkie wrappers and the other crap that's in there. If you get something weird, a pie thing from Walmart, and then
I haven't done that in months.
Well, that's true, but there has been some stuff that I found of yours. Yeah. And then no, it's just basic stuff. It's busy people stuff. But, I don't eat in my car and that kind of thing. I probably will this weekend. So we'll have to watch that and make sure that things get thrown out But yeah, I just need to clean it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect, just gotta be cleaned up a little bit. And I got all of tomorrow night to do it before I go. So I will get off work, try to get out as early as possible. I should be able to do all that before Patty gets here. So I'll be home around 8:30 hacks. So I would say 8:30 to be safe. But I should be able to get that done. So there's a little car wash right down there. Ooh, shoot. I was gonna get snacks and stuff to take.
Skeins is gonna bring her messiness into your car.
Have you seen her car? Like, her car is so nasty.
She lives in it.
I know.
She spends more
not
time
literally lives in it, but her job. She's constantly.
It's the cigarette packages.
Why you got tell on me? That's what my trash is. So I'm just like, I don't want to mess with it. And then like I pull into work and I try to get everything out, throw it in the trash can. Like, nobody's stupid. They all know it's my trash. Garage level, trash is full. Angela pulled in and had time to clean her car out. Not even gonna lie. So all right. So we good? We got all the updates going?
I guess.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to leave you with him. You guys have fun since there's nothing designed or done. Just talk about whatever you want. Careful what you say. I was going to say whatever you want, but nah, be careful with that. And anyway, just have fun. So it's great seeing you. Be at least 10% better tomorrow than you were today. And I'll catch you all on the other side.
All right. Let's
look like a early medical supply stuff.
Oh yeah.
You're the only one that ever what? That only ever worry about repping Kansas and California. My family's out there, so things are already said. We don't need them to say anymore.
They don't watch these.
No, he said, I'm the only one that worries about representing Kansas and California. Night, Gregory. And Susie.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's always a mess around here, isn't it? Well, you know what? Like I said, oh my goodness. Oh, stop. Get off there. I did not have time to look anything up, so we're just gonna wing it. I do have some stuff, but it's all stuff I was working on for videos. What? They haven't been fed, by the way.
Okay.
And there's crumbles in there from the lard.
There's what?
Crumbles from the lard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't feed it all to them because it'll make their tummies upset.
You don't want them. You said they have been fed tonight.
No, they haven't been.
Oh, I'm glad you clarified that because that's not what I thought. But...
Okay, you know what? We were talking about trucking earlier, so let's talk about some stuff with trucking. I was on that earlier this week because there were some stories. The fuel prices going up have had a big impact on the price of diesel, and 70% of all freight in the United States travels by truck. It's the most cost-effective way. Well, I'm not going to say it's the most cost-effective way, but it is for short hauls. All right. The upside of the fuel prices going up on for trucking is it's making train transport a more viable business solution. So there's the upside from that. Okay. They're not really quite sure when prices are going to go down with the ongoing problems with Iran. Here's the thing about it, though, guys. I don't know if you saw the campaign stop that Kamala Harris did in North Carolina in front of a Quick Trip, and she was making a big deal about. Skeins is going night. She says night, y'all. But they were making it. She was making a big deal about the fuel prices, and the fuel prices right now are the same as they were during Biden, and we didn't have any war going on today. The Jones Act needs to be eliminated. We have Great River system barely being used. Absolutely, and no. Skeins is calling her right now. HG says the 315 there today. Actually, that's not a bad price anymore. I mean, it's been so bad. It's been so bad recently, or like the last 4 or 5 years, that going back to what it is now hurts, but it's not like unprecedented, right? The one problem with the gas prices, and we saw this when was it? It would have been 22, 23 maybe. It makes trucking unreliable. The amount of goods that moves drops dramatically, and that's when we start seeing delivery delays. So one of the things in the book that I constantly talk about is eliminating your supply chain, shortening your supply chain up, and making it so there are fewer places that the links can break, and the closer you are to your supplies, the easier it makes life for you, because it's harder for it to get affected by things like just in time failing and all that. Let's see, what else did we talk about? Oh, I was doing some research on digital pricing changes in grocery stores. Who was it? Was it Dillon's? I think it was Dillon's. One of the Dillons out west was going to do a digital price changes, which means that they can change the price of an item on the shelf instantaneously. Meaning that you could walk into a store and have the price for an item, say a pound of potatoes could be $2, and you stick it in your cart and you take 30-40 minutes to do your shopping, and by the time you get to the checkout, they could digitally change the price to $4 if like there's a run on potatoes while you're in the store. They have the ability to do this now in this one store, and man, that's a scary thought. That's a scary thought, because they can manipulate the prices to soak the most out of people's pockets without people even knowing it. Fairfall, the modern survivalist, he's a Argentinian guy. I think he lives in Portugal right now. Hey.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
I gotta go outside.
Well, go smoke your cancer stick. Her and Scanes are standing there having a conversation, making it hard to have the live. Anyway, he was in Argentina during the financial crisis back in 2011. And one of the stories he tells is about going into like a Home Depot and picking up a drill or a saw and having it go up by 100% in price by the time you got it to the checkout. And we could see that here in the United States very easily, especially with the digital pricing and inventory control. And so that's something we need to talk about. Again, getting those links out of the supply chain. Because if you're going to the big box stores, if you're going to the big grocery stores, there are so many links in that supply chain that it becomes very easy for it to be manipulated or God forbid, broken. You know, let's see here. The summer's coming along. There was another rabbit hole I went down this week. Summer's coming along, and with rising fuel prices, there's some concerns about the grid being under a lot of pressure this summer, especially if you live in a big city. They're not saying anything about fuel being unavailable, like disappearing, but what they are talking about is that the price fluctuations are going up and actually getting it delivered to the sites where they're needed could cause brownouts or blackouts in some areas across the United States. You know, and then you put on top of that the infrastructure. The electrical grids are extremely old. And they are starting to show their age even more than they were 10, 20 years ago. So having alternative forms of energy are really important. And in fact, it was kind of funny because I was out, had the animals on the pasture tonight, and I was listening to Vision Preparedness, and he was talking conspiracy theories tonight. And the one he got on that I'd never heard this one before, and I like conspiracy theories, but I guess there's something going around on the internet that on July 18th, there will be a national blackout. Then they're not sure if it's power or communications or what, but it's going to be a controlled blackout of 9 days, and it's going to be the reset, right? And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, so I've got a solar generator. I'm hopefully going to have my propane generator hooked up by then. I've got my ice machine. I've got freeze dried bananas. I'm good for 9 days. I can survive 9 days with ice and freeze dried bananas to keep my sanity, and it's all good, right? So get some backup. Even these conspiracy theories like that, even if there's nothing behind them, because quite frankly, I believe in conspiracies, but I don't believe in the grand conspiracies that everybody talks about. The ones where there has to be thousands and thousands of people involved in it. I just simply don't believe in that because, quite frankly, people can't keep their pie holes shut. And if you know about a conspiracy before it actually happens, then it's not a very good conspiracy, if you ask me. HG says 9-day planned blackout sponsored by the National Obstetric Association, hoping for a bump in business in June 2027. If you know. I may have to go post a comment over on Vision Preparedness site, just so that he can get a kick out of that. He will enjoy that. If you guys don't watch him, he does lives almost every night, and they're enjoyable. They are enjoyable. I like him. Let's just put it that way. You may not get the same mileage out of it. The next one. Do we have any medical people? I know Skanes is medical, but she's on the phone with my wife. Another thing that has. Oh, hang on a second. We had a natural disaster here in 2020. No power for over 2 weeks. We lived and now have a generator. Yeah, see, I've got 2 generators. I've got a propane generator I need to hook up. I got another 1,000-pound propane tank I need to get rehabbed. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the short term. Quite frankly, I've come to the conclusion that the possibility of a complete collapse of anything right now is it's not very probable. Let's be completely honest. It's not very probable. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Doesn't mean it can't happen. I just don't think it's very probable. And so my goals right now are to take care of the small things that make these emergencies that happen in life, the day that ends in Y, makes it so they're not an emergency, makes it so they're just an inconvenience. And quite frankly, am I really prepared for everything? No, not in the least bit. But I don't know a single person that's a preparedness person that is prepared enough, right? So you gotta figure out where your balance is and what amount of risk you're willing to shoulder, right? And quite frankly, over the last 4 years, the amount of risk I've been willing to shoulder has been extremely high, just because there was so much to be done here to start over. But I'm getting to the point now. That's one of the things I'm feeling better about, is I'm getting to the point now to where I'm actually getting back in the swing of getting everything we had put back in place. I'm going to try to move the fuel tanks and get them rehabbed so I can start filling them up again. Told you I'm reading about the pigs. Want to get the pigs in. We had 2 pigs. In fact, Angela keeps in touch with the couple that moved into our old place, and I guess the pig that we sold them with the property is doing awesome. She's a great mom, and she's providing them lots of little piglets for their freezer and to sell. So I'd like to get there again. Let's see what other. So the reason why I've got all these things on tap, these different preparedness things on tap, is because I was looking for content, and I was trying to figure out, I've really enjoyed the last 3 or 4 weeks where the content I've made at least once a week has been about something that's been in the news and how it pertains to our preparedness and how to practically get ready for something like this and how to deal with it. How to maintain those margins and maintain stability in your daily life. Because quite frankly, at the end of the day, no matter what happens, if you can maintain stability, even if it's on a limited basis, you're better off than most people. All right. And by doing that, you're less of a burden on everybody else. And I think that, to me, that's the biggest thing. I don't want to be leaning on other people when the time comes. So I'm trying to get as wide a base as possible. And you should too. You should too, for whatever your circumstances are. You should be looking at building as wide a base as you can to maintain those margins. Medical supplies. The worldwide fuel shortage has started to affect medicine here in the United States because we get something like 80% of our medical the drugs come from overseas, and the Asian countries and the European countries are getting hit much more harder by what's going on in Iran than what we are, and so it's actually starting to show signs here. Jace. I'm on Jace's newsletter since we bought from him. I've always gotten their newsletter since then, and they just had an article about how the worldwide medical supply was starting to show strains. And again, yes, them highlighting it is part of a marketing ploy. It wasn't written like doom porn. It wasn't like they pulled a page out of Canadian Preppers playbook and did doom porn, but they just wanted people to know that, hey, these strains and stresses are coming. And HG's right, that clarity of thinking, no panicking, goes a long way. Absolutely. What's the old saying? If you can maintain your head when others are losing theirs around you, you'll be better off. And one of the things that, tell me if you've seen this locally, okay? Because I have not seen this, but quite frankly, the only hospital medical thing I have any dealing with on a regular basis is the clinic on the reservation. But I saw several articles about staffing gaps in hospitals. That it sounded a lot like the COVID stuff, and it could be an impact from the RSV and seasonal flu that's running rampant across the country now too. That could have something to about it too. But I had not seen anything up until like this last week, anybody talking about stuff like that. So put a 1 in the comments or say something in the comments if you've seen this locally, because I have not. Skane's talking with Skane. They had a bunch of people at her work that were out sick, and we had a bunch just in the government itself. The clinic people are part of the tribal government. HG, that applies to many things. It's make nice being calm while the stock market panics. That's how he retired. Yep, absolutely. And they panic a lot, don't they? Oh, let's see here. Rising consumer debt. This one hit kind of close to home. When we moved out here, we didn't have any debt. And over the last 5 years, due to having that wreck and medical issues and having to buy a car for her new job, we have managed to rack up not as much debt as we've had in the past, but it's more than I feel comfortable with. That's one of the things I was thinking about. If this nationwide blackout comes and they turn off all the power, all the digital debt that's in circulation is going to disappear. So I can only hope. I'm trying to make lemonade out of lemons. One can hope that if it happens, my debt gets wiped out a little bit because it was stuck in the middle of a transfer. Frankly, I probably wouldn't be that lucky, but one can hope, right? The thing about debt, again, it reduces your margins. It makes it so you don't have enough liquid income on hand or fluid income on hand to take care of problems. That's why I'm a huge, yeah, HG. But if I manage to make a big purchase right in the middle of that blackout, that could be to my benefit. Didn't you see Fight Club? Didn't you see Fight Club? How they wiped off everybody's debt by blowing up all the buildings? Doesn't that work in real life? Oh, but the being able to have that cash on hand makes a huge difference. Seriously, not only in being able to get stuff accomplished that needs to be done, because I don't know if anybody that lives on a homestead or a farm can tell you there's always something that breaks. There's always something breaking, always something that needs repair. And if you live in a suburban house, it's the same. I remember what it was like living like we do. It's like it's on steroids. And quite frankly, some of that has to do with Northeast Kansas, that whole sucking the life out of you thing. Let's see here. Oh, there's another one. There's another thing I was looking at today. Fertilizer prices. We've talked about that. We've talked about how it's impacting agriculture locally here and across the nation, and frankly across the world. One of the bad outcomes from what's going on right now is the pressures that these create on the agriculture affect small farms quicker than they do the big mega corporations. There are a lot of small farms going out of business right now because the interest rates are still pretty high. Cost of fuel, cost of doing business. Again, this is another reason I'm telling you, man, go find somebody local and buy local from them. The pig we got was raised by one of the people in our circle. The turkey eggs that we got from someone in the circle. The Heartland Hatchery is a local business, and we're supporting them instead of buying them from Louisiana or from Cackle Hatchery over in Lebanon, Missouri. Gregory. That what Gregory just posted right there encapsulates living in the country to a T. If it's not broke, we don't own it. Absolutely, that's 100% correct. But speaking at Cackle Hatchery, if you live in Missouri, we bought almost exclusively from Cackle Hatchery when we bought chicks because we had such a good run with them. And quite honestly, it's been 5 years since we bought from them, 5 or 6 years. So, your mileage may vary. Let's see here. Boom. She says a lot of these crashes are massive input costs rising and end up making house, land, farms, equipment more available on the market. And those with deep enough pockets can pick up more and more and more. Absolutely. That's one of the things, again, having that cash on hand. I was just telling Angela, even with the rise in debt, financially, we're getting better off, right? We're able to save money. It's not like we're drowning on a weekly basis, living paycheck to paycheck, right? But I was just telling her this last week that we need to start going to auctions more often, like we used to back before we moved here, because I want to start buying old feed troughs. You know, the great big 500-gallon round ones, or the 300-gallon oval ones. I want to start buying those. I want to start doing those as raised beds, because I am tired of dealing with the Johnson grass and all the weeds around here. I want to be able to control that, and one way you do that is by having raised beds. And then T-posts. Of course, I was talking. Who was I talking to? Maybe it was Mr. Hacks. Maybe it was this weekend when I was up there. Anyway, T-posts are getting ridiculous. If you get on Craigslist, you're seeing used T-posts for $4. You know, I can go to Home Depot or Tractor Supply or Boomgars or wherever and get a brand new one for $6. And my rule of thumb is, if you're paying over 50% for something, you're better off buying it new. That's just my rule of thumb. And in the long run, it pays off, and it makes it better. T-posts, especially tall ones, are a currency. Yes, absolutely. Those 8-foot T-posts, man, those are like gold. Seriously. And I'll tell you what else is becoming gold. You know, Nikki and Scott, they did all their property with cattle panels, and I was talking to him about it, and I was like, hey, you know, isn't this expensive? And he made a great point. He said, yeah, cattle panels. He said that he looked at it as an investment, because they were going to pass away one day, and where a barbed wire fence or a field fence is not portable, his kids could tear those cattle panels down and move them where they wanted them to, or sell them, and make some money off of them. And cattle panels have gone up in the past couple of years. Paid $8 for 7-foot T-post new at Tractor Supply. Yeah, absolutely. And so yeah, if you're paying $8 for a 7-foot one, you know, if it was a $5 used one, you'd be better off just buying the $8 one, because it's gonna be in better shape, and it's gonna last longer. Let's see. Everyone around here that farms are going hog wild, getting ready to plant. You would never guess that anything is going bad. Wow, I'm gonna have to come up where we are, HG. They're $36 here. Wonder why they're so inexpensive. They're $31 up.
What is?
Cattle panels.
What
16.
HG is?
Yeah, 16-foot cattle panels.
Road trip.
Well, I don't know if it's worth making a road trip, is it?
Yeah, that would be worth making a road trip.
Would it? I guess if you bought in bulk, yeah, it would be worth making a road trip. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that things are going smooth up there. I've heard talk down in this area. People are complaining about the fuel prices and fertilizer prices. No. Oh, goodness. You know what? That's about it. A lot of these topics you're going to see. I don't see these things loosening up, quite honestly. And I like I said, I want to make my lives pertinent to what's going on in everybody's life and what we're seeing. You know, the trends that we're seeing. Because here's the deal. And somebody on Vision Preparedness, they were talking about the conspiracy theories, but what was said actually holds true to just life in general. The guy said, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just a dot connector. And the dots are out there, and it doesn't have to be a conspiracy theory. It can just be trends in marketing, in the markets, or politics or something. And if you pay attention and get a wide enough base of inputs, you can start seeing the dots, and you can start connecting the dots. Nothing I'm seeing points to a complete collapse of the world, right? But what I am seeing is I'm seeing a lot of constraint happening. Even if this thing in Iran gets worked out and they come to a ceasefire and Trump is satisfied that the Iranians aren't going to try to get nuclear weapons, the constraints that are caused will be felt for a long time. And part of that's just because of the destruction of infrastructure, the disruption of trade and all that stuff. But the other part is because there are people in charge that are going to use this as an opportunity to gain more control. We see that's going on in Britain and Europe right now. They were literally back whenever the Gulf War or the Epic Fury started, there were governments in Europe that were denying bulk fuel tankers from docking in their ports. And so why? The question is why? Well, because it allows them to gain more control. Baumgars has $27 cattle panels. I have to check that out.
Yeah,
Of course, he's up in Nebraska too.
that'd be worth a drive.
Of course, speaking of Kansas sucking the lifeblood out of you,
45 minutes to Nebraska, 45 minutes to Topeka.
Another thing about Kansas sucking the life out of you, our taxes sit at about 9% for the income tax and everything. We are the highest out of all the states that border Kansas. We have the highest taxes, and we've had the biggest loss of income earners out of all the states that surround us. That's Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, and Missouri, and Oklahoma,
Nebraska.
and Arkansas. Doesn't Arkansas touch Kansas? No,
Yeah, Arkansas.
no, it's further south. Anyway,
Arkansas, Texas, Kansas, and Missouri, Four Corners.
so yeah, that's one of the things. And again, this goes back to being involved locally. One of the reasons why this has been allowed to happen is because Johnson County, Wichita, Manhattan, those are all big population centers, but they are blue because patriots and conservatives aren't engaged as much as the liberals are. Let's see here. I read a new name for Iran. If they don't make a bill, Flintstonistan, like the bomb them back to the Stone Age.
That's pretty much where they're at.
They don't have any Walmarts in Iran, right? Or Iran, if you say it properly. They don't have any Walmarts in Iran because all they've got is Targets. Boom, boom. Didn't Kansas governor veto some tax legislation? What was it? She vetoed something, but it was...
She vetoed the limit on the property tax.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was the limit on the property tax. But she vetoed something else, which didn't make any sense for her to veto it because it had bipartisan support and they passed it anyway. It had something to do with taxes too. But
I thought that was the property tax, but I don't know.
So again, this is why we get involved. We get involved and we pay attention. Like I told you guys the last couple of weeks, I have stepped back from a lot of that because it's not good for my health to get worked up about it. So, but I am paying attention. I am paying attention, just not as intensely as I used to. Oh, okay, guys. Look, I think we're getting to the point. I need to go do some stuff. Angela still hasn't fed the dogs. They're starving to death. You should see them.
They're sleeping.
Did you hear that? She hasn't fed them. They're so hungry they've passed out. That's how bad it is. Because I guarantee you, when she breaks the food out, they'll get enough energy to jump up and go.
If Skanes didn't call me, this wouldn't have been an issue.
So now it's Skanes' fault.
Yeah, because now I have to pick her up. Now we have to Patty and I have to pick her up.
Cattle panels. This place is just south of Tulsa, $27 a piece. Econfarmandpanel.com. Huh. That, okay, at $27 a piece.
That means they're shipping them too. What's the shipping charge?
Well, no, at $27 a piece, if you did a bulk purchase and drove down and got it.
What's the shipping charge?
No, you do bulk purchase, you go down and get it.
Can you go pick them up?
Yeah, I'm sure you can. It's a farm place. Guarantee you can walk in and buy them. But see, again, you never know. You learn about trucker bombs and cheap cattle panels on the live tonight. Where else on the interwebs could you go and get this experience?
Nowhere.
Seriously. All right, guys, listen.
Book information.
Do what?
Book information.
What do you mean book
You
information?
said you were leaving us with some kind of news, but it
Yeah, it's the outro.
It's the what?
It's the commercial at the end of the video.
Oh, you didn't say that.
I said stick around to the end. You'll get to see it.
Yeah,
That is literally the end.
Whatever.
That is literally the end. So, all right, guys, look, seriously, I need to head out, and I appreciate you guys showing up tonight. If you have stumbled across this, you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Come join us. You guys share the link for the live with people. Comment down there in the comment and hit the like button so that the algorithm pushes this content out more. We need to get the word out. We need to get the word about food independence. We need to get the word out about modern self-sufficiency, and we need to get the word out about community, because these are the things. These are the tools that help us do what we want to do. All right. Till next time, I need you guys to go live a life done free and take care.
We live in the most comfortable time in history, and that's exactly the problem. Comfort creates complacency. Complacency creates risk. Most people assume systems will always work until they don't. Prepping isn't extreme. It's simply being proactive instead of reactive. Don't wait for a wake-up call. Coming soon, your step-by-step path to real preparedness.